Chapter 79, recruited and eluded, Graven and Erland approach the rendezvous point, but Kuuzni slows time to make one thing clear about Orba.
I tolerate the Tiefling, based only on her ability to further my end. Our end. If you continue to walk in step with her, it better be getting you closer to the beast. For if I find you place her goals above mine, I will strip you of what little power you have left.
Our goals are still the same.
But now...
The four friends finally reunite and greet the one and only Cliff Ironcloud.
So it should come as no surprise that my inclination is to have Orba watched, guarded, and followed every hour of every day by a throng of armed escorts. That would be detrimental to her development and could draw undue attention in places where she otherwise might go unnoticed.
Cliff hires the group not only as Orba's protectors, but her partners in developing her abilities.
Apparently, it's good practice bringing an end to that which should have already ended, if you take my meaning. We've heard reports of what's called a cold light walker in the eastern end of the Rapra Mountains.
Cliff instructs them to hunt the walker in 3 days' time, and the team negotiates payments.
Terms are, as long as you keep her alive, I keep writing letters to Atonement's End saying, good job.
Done.
I need to get into Finrock Forest.
I could probably get you to the island. Who's gonna get you in is gonna have to be somebody else.
Okay, Gentle Void, how well are you affiliated with them?
Affiliated not. How well do I know them? Fairly well.
Okay, and the inside of them, Void 2?
That's not a name I recognize.
Brilliant. Yeah, doesn't have what I want.
Bishop and a knight.
Would she forego the 350 for both?
Yes.
Yeah.
Done.
Cliff states that the contract begins once the group has dealt with a disturbance in the cemetery as a way to validate their skills. Then he and Orba share a final word alone.
The balance has shifted. It started before my lifetime. But we are hurtling towards a world where the only magic comes from those that the gods choose. Is that the world you want to live in?
No, sir.
It ain't mine either.
Our friends head to the cemetery to speak to Gravekeeper Avavarius, who's trapped a strange intruder in the underground tombs.
And I saw what I thought at first was a man. There was something on his shoulder, like a giant wobbling growth.
Concerned that this is the same plant man mutant that viciously attacked a microl den a week ago, they enter the tombs and lock the door behind them.
Alright, there's some sort of bulbous orb on the other side of that door.
Like what he said he saw it vomit up.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it kind of sees you as you're coming in. And it starts to run. And as Erland's sort of behind the creature, you see that distended sack on its shoulder do one of those, like, red pulses glows.
Oh god.
And they all
You
find
have to get
themselves
out of
within
there. You
range
have
of
to get out
Erland.
there. You have to get out of there. You have to get out of there.
Ooh. And
Oh,
3 of them
no.
pop. Give me 3 dexterity saving throws there, Erland.
Oh
3.
my.
Looks straight up, and it reaches up, and its fingers
Get the fuck out of here.
extend up, and it wraps them around the railing of the floor above, and it pulls itself up onto the floor above.
Orba's gonna make some noise at it, just like, ah! Like,
It pops.
you're safe, right?
I'm behind a door.
Okay. We gotta pop some of these guys intentionally, I think.
Reach into my bag, pop a healing potion.
Kill it! Kill the thing! Kill it!
And you hear a voice, kill it. And Graven, why don't you show us how
Oh my god!
with your brand new
Oh! Yeah, hearing and feeling Kuuzni's power come from his chest, he makes this shape of this, like, diamonds of light, and he just throws it out at this thing's chest and head, and
it kind of falls to the ground in a terrible
What
heap.
happens to the blobs?
yeah.
And that is where we will
No!
Oh
as, you see,
God.
as you see the creature start to crumble, the pods begin to kind of...
Yeah.
Why was the mutant in the cemetery? Is 3 days enough time to find Pockets and Mr. 2? Will Orba embrace being the manager of her unmanageable companions? Find out next time on Tabletop Notch.